Even when stuff is good, I feel like they're like, well, actually, I'm like, nigga, shut up. Yes, sir. Welcome back to Redacted Show. I'm your host, Wafik, or Feek with my co-host, my other host.
Co-host Day to Day in the building, and we are back for 118. Last episode 117. We're back on the number track now. Speaking of number track, we're really thankful for all the support we've garnered up to this point, and we'll continue to garner up. We appreciate everyone passing around the show, word of mouth, sharing through YouTube, Instagram, TikToks, and we'll be dropping more soon. We appreciate everyone that is tuned into our latest episode and also tuning in today. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. Before we do that, I also can't forget about the financials, taking care of home. Make sure you go to that support link down below if you want to donate monetarily. That's 17 cents a day, $5 a month. You can send that the redacted way. Now, in terms of some current watches, I guess more so for me, it's been current rewatches. So for me, with the new Spider-Man movie coming out, we talked about this, I believe, on the last episode. I know I brought this up before, but just how strong of an influence that animated Spider-Man series has on Spider-Man media today since the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. So I watched started rewatching their second season of that show, which is the Neogenic Nightmare. That's pretty much where Peter Parker, loses his powers. He's kind of fighting some, going through a metamorphosis, essentially. His DNA is mutating, not turning to a mutant, which is the difference between people like him, the Hulk, even Dr. Kirk Connors, who is the Lizard, in comparison to like the mutants we know, like Charles Xavier, Wolverine,
who has the actual X gene.
Exactly. So this was rewatching that season over the week with me and Shay. Well, Shay was we were watching Love Island, but I just had it on as we were getting ready to start our day this past week.
Man, I just thought of something. Ain't Spider-Man from New York? Oh man, I couldn't let you get past that one, man.
Yeah, he is.
Oh man,
yeah, he is.
Shout out to Knicks, man.
Nah, Shay brought this point up, and when she brought this up, I agree, because it's like the history is tracking. And she said every time a sports team that has won or that has been deprived of winning, that has won some catastrophic world like Nexus event has happened. In 2016, when the Cavs won their finals, the Orange Man won presidency. When the Chiefs won their first Super Bowl in X amount of years, COVID happened. So now the Knicks, who ain't won since fucking 1970, whatever.
Nah, this
we
is
about
like
to start World War III.
Nah, this is different, bro. This is like reverse 9/11. Like, like the mayor Muslim. Shout out, Mom Donnie. He got in office and they immediately won, bro. It's like the opposite. Everything is happening. Everything's on the upward trend, bro. But
don't let me say no crazy shit on here.
Hey man,
because I got that shit ready.
Hey, shout out my brother, Mom Donnie, bro. He doing good things for the city. That's what Houston need. We need a Muslim mayor.
The way, Houston might not, but just I don't know if the strength of Houston would strong arm the strength of Texas, in the sense of like, is Houston ready for that type of mayor?
Barely.
That's what I'm like. Houston is a pretty blue area, but
that's me being being realistic. Barely.
Yeah.
Barely.
Like, we was okay with Mayor Turner. Shout out Mayor Turner. Rest in peace, Mayor Turner. But that's probably about as progressive as we gonna get.
Yeah. If it happened, it'll be like a few years from now.
Yeah,
Something like that.
Texas would go blue before that shit happened. In my opinion.
It might happen. But that's not why we're here on this pod. Okay, so you said Love Island, Spider-Man. Any other current watches or current rewatches?
Still was, obviously was mainly focused on the Spurs. We're not talking about that.
The thing
I'm sure we'll get plenty of that in our next recording session.
Yeah. The last note about the Spurs and the NBA Finals. One, the Heat should have been there. That's a different conversation.
No piss me off.
Two, the thing about the Spurs is all of them are damn near like 22 and younger. So I mean, unless something crazy happened, they all about to be on the team for the next who knows how long. So I mean, y'all got a squad. We don't have a squad. All we have is Bam. And I need Tyler Hero gone.
Y'all might trade it. Right now, the Heat are at least front running for getting Giannis, and Tyler Hero's on that list of people to go.
Yeah, but current watches for me, outside of the ones from last week that I mentioned, I have started this other show on Apple TV called Cape Fear. That junk is wild. It's make sure I get everybody in the cast right. Amy Adams is one of the main. Well, Amy Adams, Patrick Wilson, and Javier Bardem are like the main characters. But Amy Adams and Patrick Wilson are lawyers. They're married. And they kind of work. Well, Amy Adams, she works in this firm where they try to get people that are like wrongly accused, exonerated, or out of prison. And Javier Bardem, he was like one of her first cases, but he got prison time. I think it was supposed to be in there for like 30 years or 20 some years. He got out in 17, and it just goes so far. They've only dropped 3 episodes, and the vibe of it is like they wronged him in some way. We don't know how yet, but they wronged him in some way. Javier Bardem. Either he was wrongly accused. Well, they've said he was wrongly accused. It looks like he may have actually did it, but at the same time, it looks like somebody else may have done it. So there's it's very wishy-washy with what's happening, but it's very wild. It's a scene in there where one, and the crazy thing is too, Amy Adams and Patrick Wilson, their characters. Patrick Wilson was trying to convict Javier Bardem back in the day when Amy Adams was representing him, but now they're married. They married each other like a year later after the case happened. Oh, so there's that plot line of like, damn, y'all was fucking while one was representing what was against them. That seems kind of efficient. Damn. But there's a scene because they're like, they're like, he's out of prison, and they were like, oh shit, and so they're doing like this fundraiser, and in the scene, he like walks in, everybody's like, oh shit, it's what is his name on the show? I forgot his name on the show. But Javier Bardem's character walks in, everybody's like, oh shit. Because he's like the most famous person right now in the country, because it's like, 17 years now they figured out you weren't the actual murderer, and all this stuff. So he walks in, he gives his speech, and then he goes, pretty much they go to this side area in this gala because he hurts his hand, and they're talking. You can obviously tell Amy Adams' character is scared of him or like nervous around him, and then he looks right at her. He looks right at her and says, "Are you afraid of me?" That was the most like, what the fuck scene? Because he said it so calm. Like when he talks, he be talking calm, and it be reminding me of how he was on what is it, No Country for Old Men. Oh yeah, because he was on there clean shaven, crazy. So it's not that he's not that crazy on here, but there's glimpses at times where I'm like, man, he gonna do something to y'all. So
do some crazy shit.
Yeah, so it's interesting. I wouldn't watch it at night if you're a very like nervous person. But it's very entertaining. And outside of
that was
Cape Fear on Apple TV.
You got seen a trailer for that.
Yeah. So that's really good. I did watch Disclosure Day. I'll do a review on that. Not today. I won't do it right now, but very good. It's Steven Spielberg masterclass. Aliens. Outside of that, I won't go too far in depth right now, but it had the exact feel, and I put this on my story after I watched it. It had the exact feel of like a late 2000s, early 2010s movie. It had that feel of like, this is new. This is just good, like good cinema. Like you need to watch this in a theater around people. And our theater was packed when I went. And closest vibe I could think of is like a Eagle Eye with Transformers ish, but less action. Don't think about the action side. Think about like the feel and story side of it.
Okay.
And the way it's shot too, you could tell Steven Spielberg still got he got one more Transformer.
He still got it.
I know it. It's the content I said, this is come on, man, you miss it. So it's some shots in there that's really good. It's hit. And overall, I think it's probably it'll be in my top 5 of the year. Depending on what else happens, it'll be my top 5. Right now, I think it's my second favorite movie of the year. I think Project Hail Mary is still my first, but this one was definitely close to beating it.
Nice. I've heard good things already about the movie. I saw your initial review on it on IG, and I'm gonna probably try to see that sometime soon. And I know me and Shay were talking about watching it. So, definitely on the watch list among other things. I just been slacking in terms of the movies. Me and Shay, we did see the latest scary movie.
What do you think? I haven't watched it, but you can talk about it.
I didn't grow up on the scary movies. I saw obviously there's clips of like the What's Up and like all the main shit, but I never sat down and like watched a full setting of scary movie, just clips of each of them. But it's just like the typical. It almost felt like we and Shay talked about it. It was like they were trying too hard to like use humor that was funny back then, which is still funny now, but it's just like some of it didn't land, some of it was very forced. Obviously, it's a parody movie, like parody horror movie, so a lot of things are very exaggerated. Like the obvious killer, the tropes of they're definitely making fun of a lot of different horror movies. They were there's references to Get Out, which I'm like, that movie's old. But then it made me think, when was the last scary movie? Because they referenced movies from Get Out all the way to like Smile 2, the latest Scream movie, which I heard was god awful. And I Know What You Did Last Summer. Weapons, they had a scene where they referenced that. It was kids. It was like a point in the movie where it struck a clock, like time on the clock, and it was just kids high off edibles just running out in the street.
Yeah.
So I'm like, when was there anything like when the last horror movie, scary movie was made? But it was okay. It was funny. There was parts there where we was laughing pretty hard. But will we ever see this movie again? Maybe, but definitely not in theaters again, and probably not for some years. This is one of those things where you just, if you having a horror movie party, you just throw this shit on and like have people laugh at type of deal, or like with family. It's just like, what is going on? I've heard Shay was telling me that like the original scary movies were better, so I believe her because she's actually seen them in one sitting. So, but yeah, that was my thoughts on scary movie.
Okay, I heard similar things about it. I know. I forgot who I was talking to the other day. They said it felt memey, like they were trying to make a lot of memes out of it, which can be good and can be bad depending on how it's executed. But I've heard kind of similar things that the older ones were better. And I haven't seen every single scary movie that came out, but I've seen a few of them. So, I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is. There was one scene and I'm like, what the actual fuck am I watching? Like, it was so, I'm like, this has no business being in this movie at all. If you ever find yourself watching this, I hope you know what scene I'm talking about. I'm going to go ahead and spoil it. There's a scene in there where Marlon Wayans' character, he's the high one. He's tripping and he has like this high dream where it transitions to cartoon, like some 3DS cartoons, and then he's with these 3 Asian women and they're doing all kinds of shit. It's like some trippy dream / musical. And I'm like, what is going on right now? Like, this has no business being in the movie. But outside of that, this movie I have not seen yet, but I have heard, unfortunately, bad, I guess, disappointing reviews. And it's the Mandalorian and Grogu. I haven't seen it yet, but a lot of reviews from the movie are just been like, it's basically another season of the Mandalorian. Like, it's not adding to anything. It's not taking these characters and making them do something we've never seen them do before. It's kind of a continuation of what Mandalorian season 1 and 2 were, and carrying on like those same things. It's a good movie if you want to take it with your kids, but it's not like you don't have to watch this movie. This movie was kind of just made because they had this stuff filmed for an extra season, but you're like, we can probably take some stuff out and make a movie out of it, which is what it felt like. So that was kind of disappointing because as the Star Wars fan, here I'm just like, man, Mandalorian was a really good show, especially seasons 1 and 2. Season 3, we don't really talk about that much. But
crazy thing is, I heard the opposite. I heard this was really good. I heard it's really good. I heard, most people that I've asked that seen it, they said it's really good. I plan on watching it too.
Yeah,
but I heard it's a go see it in the theater type of movie.
Yeah, I remember Jeremiah saying that. Like, and I can see it being that type of movie with the marketing. That was another thing. Some of the reviews that I've seen, they were saying like the marketing for the movie didn't really do it justice. Like, it didn't help the movie at all. And it was almost like people forgot there was a Star Wars movie. And it's just kind of makes me think of a bigger conversation of where the Star Wars brand is now. And can they come back from this? Like, we got new leadership in Dave Filoni and his co-host, their co-producer, director of Lucasfilms. Where the Maul show was really good, this Mandalorian show hasn't really been well received for the most part. Like, half and half. Like, there's good reviews and then there's reviews that's like, I don't know. Like, it made money. It was a somewhere where I was listening to where Obsession. Damn. Yeah.
God damn.
It was somewhere where Obsession made a little less money than The Mandalorian and Grogu did. I think at the time I was listening to that, it made like Mandalorian made 160 million, where the Obsession made 100 million, something like that, a little more than that. But Mandalorian and Grogu cost probably down there 200 million to make, whereas Obsession made probably cost $1 million. So that's the discrepancy. Like, yeah, one technically made more, but one cost more, so they didn't take home the money that they were probably expecting, especially from a Star Wars movie. And it's like you have this indie horror movie kind of showing up these big, like mega conglomerate studios like a Lucas, like a Disney and Warner Brothers. So I say all that to say, Feet, what are your thoughts on that? How do you feel about this? Is Star Wars dead?
Star Wars, that's a funny thing to say. No, Star Wars isn't dead. I think, and I don't know if this is the right word to use. I feel like, because I'll say I'm a Star Wars fan. I'm not an in-depth like, oh man, I need to watch everything that comes out with Star Wars. But I like Star Wars. But from outside looking in, looking at like the deep fandom, sometimes I feel like Star Wars fans are like, I don't even want to say spoiled, but they're like, I feel like they're never pleased with what comes out. I feel like a lot of Star Wars fans are never pleased, even when stuff is good. I feel like they're like, well, actually, I'm like, nigga, shut up. So, I mean, I think it was some people possibly that already decided they're not going to watch Grogu and Mandalorian because their thought process was like, well, we already had the TV show. Why do I need to watch a movie of it? So that could be one effect. And then outside of that, I mean, Star Wars just has to get a place where they're making more, I would say, original style of movies or shows. And what I mean by that is you have this vast universe that you mention it in damn near every movie at the beginning. And I mean, galaxy far, far away. You have this galaxy where you can do all these things. So I think it's time for them to lean more towards other stories. But at the same time, it goes back to Star Wars fans being, well, actually, because they've tried a few times to do other things or try to go off the beaten path, but then people start review bombing. They start saying, well, this don't work like that, so we don't want it anymore. So they're like, well, we're going back to Skywalker since you niggas don't know what you want anymore. So I think that's kind of where that fandom is. I think Andor is great. I think that's one thing where they kind of went a little bit outside of the, I want to say, sci-fi aspect. And I don't mean it in the sense of them being in space, but in the sense of Andor was more grounded because it was more about rebels, people's interactions, and things such as that. It wasn't about Jedi, Sith, and everything. It was just about the common person. You could take somebody who's never watched Star Wars, show them Andor, and they'll enjoy it if they like action TV shows. And at the same time, you can show that same person something in Star Wars and they may not like it because they may say, oh, maybe I don't like sci-fi to this extent. So I think Andor is a good example of them doing something different. They just need to do more shows that I feel are different. And I think they have to I'm talking about like the people who make the final decision. I think they have to kind of just be like, man, fuck what these fans say. We gonna make whatever we want. I think they need to do like a few projects like that are just total out there and see which one lands.
I can get behind that. To your point about like the fans, you know what kills me is when you have directors and writers like, oh, this is for the fans. This is for the fans. I'm like, no, it's not, because y'all resent the fans. And the fans resent you. It's part of in terms of the company or Hollywood. And it doesn't matter what you make. There's going to be that set of people, whether it's the majority or loud minority, that is going to say something about it. Because especially kind of going back to the Star Wars, I feel like Star Wars is broken up into three sort of fans in a sense. You have the fans that swear by the original trilogy, and that is their canon. You have fans that swear by the sequels, or not the sequels, the prequel trilogies, and see everything in that sense. Then you got the Disney niggas. Then you got them. And I feel like when Disney came in and bought out Lucasfilms, they broke the fan base even more, divided them even more, and made Star Wars this like, they turned it into this TV episodic IP. Whereas like it can be that in different lores like the Old Republic and different things they want to tie into, but Star Wars at its core is a epic saga that's meant to be seen in theaters. Like Andor, they could have made season 1 and 2 into epic movies, and those movies would have made probably billions of dollars. Like the sequels trilogies. Say what you want about those sequel trilogies. Those movies made their money because Star Wars is a IP that is meant to be have a theatrical release. People go out to the theaters and talk about it. It's like, I need to see what's going on. And with how pretty much with how Lucasfilm has turned into this TV brand instead of this movie saga, where people are forgetting there's a movie about Mandalorian and Grogu. So I think they just need to kind of turn the ship a little bit, turn it into, I get it, get the wheel going back in terms of making it this big theatrical event like it used to be, even with the sequel trilogy. Whether we're not here to talk about if they're good or not, but people went to go see the movies.
They need to what is Buddy's name from the games? Cal Kestis. I think that's his name.
Yeah.
The Star Wars games. They need to just make a movie with him. Because them games are great. They need to just pull the trigger.
I agree. I don't know what Dave Filoni do. Well,
and he an actor too. The dude I know the buddy they face scan. I'm pretty sure he's an actor.
I'm sure they can do that. Like we talked about last time. Because I think they already came out and said they're planning on doing a new set of trilogies, Star Wars trilogies, and already are bringing on writers to help start that. But my opinion, they just need to start over. Like, go so far in the Star Wars mythos and starve the fans of any sort of Star Wars media outside of cartoon shit, that the first thing we see is something brand new, which still has that Lucasfilm, that George Lucas feel of Star Wars. Like, the only character I need to see in these new set of trilogies is fucking Grogu. Old Grogu. Make him the new Yoda. And just have a whole new set of characters. Like, you still have the old history, what it was that Luke Skywalker saga. You can talk about it like it's myth. Because at this point, it will be myth and legend. But, yeah. That would be my, I guess, pitch for a new set of Star Wars trilogies. Just make it so far in the future that everything that's happened prior to that is unreachable. And it's myth and
just
legend. Stories.
I honestly get rid of the only way, and I feel like the only way they really do it is if they get rid of like Jedis. But you can't. I feel like if you got rid of Jedis in general, like totally, people will be so mad. But I feel like that's the only. Yeah. I feel like that's the only way they break free. That they would have to do a movie and kind of say, this is why Jedis are totally gone. This is why the Sith are totally gone. But we have this new thing now, and just start with that. And
I can if it's done right, I can get behind that. What I'll say is they don't need to do what they did in Attack of the Clones, where everybody has a fucking lightsaber, and there's too many Jedi. So keep the Jedi Council small, you literally just got Grogu and his niggas, which may be like 2 or 3 niggas. And then there's this other dark power that's you don't deviate from the rule of 2. It's like one master and one Sith apprentice. It's like we don't need to see no other shit outside of that. But
fuck it, don't even do that. Have if you want to have Jedi and Sith in the same sense, still have them together. Have them fight something else that's even wilder. Have them together. Yeah. We need the dark. We need real balance in the Force to kill this. Whatever this shit is, do that. Make that shit into a space nightmare style. A movie.
Just no more Palpatine.
Please, no more.
But moving on to the next piece of news, we've been getting a lot of different trailers coming out. I know upcoming movies that are coming out soon. I believe in terms of movies and shows, we have Supergirl coming out, which I've heard and read that it hasn't been received well. I hope that's a lie because the movie looks really good. We know if that is true, we know the main reason why. It's because the niggas don't like women. So,
yeah. Bro, side note, I seen this. I saw a post, right? And somebody said, why is it Supergirl? I said, what are you talking about?
Like, it's just people like that you can't pay them no mind because they clearly have no idea of ball knowledge at all. They have no idea what a comic book even looks like, let alone what DC and Marvel is.
Yeah.
So,
but I just laughed. I was like, some people are really allergic to doing their own research. And a lot of times, a lot of this stuff is rage bait anyway, just so they get engagement and clicks and views. So it works. But at the same time, there is genuine people, though, out there that don't do it for rage bait. They're genuinely trying or making themselves upset to say, well, why is this person called this? Because if you looked at a comic book, you'd understand.
Yeah.
Or even if you don't even look at a comic, if you simply Googled,
just Google.
You know what? Better yet, you niggas love AI so much. Fuck AI. But you niggas love AI so much, you better ask that damn bot, well, why is it called this? And it might give you maybe a decent answer. You mother... There's a comprehension and literary crisis. I won't even say just in America, in the world. Because... And when you really... It's comforting when you really look at... I think the average reading comprehension right now, at least in the U.S., is like, I think 8th grade. It's between 5th and 8th grade. I don't remember which grade it is, but I know it's between one of those. And once you realize that, you're able to detach yourself from so many rage bait conversations that you see.
Yeah.
Because you realize you honestly are somebody who doesn't understand, or you can't comprehend this concept that you're trying to argue with me. So you have it.
Yeah.
So it's just things like that makes me say, damn, when I'm giving reviews or talking about these concepts, and people that watch us know a lot of times we can go farther in depth, but sometimes I feel like sometimes we do stay kind of surface level. We go a little bit down just to see where it goes. But sometimes we do stay surface level because at the end of the day, I think we both realize people are dumb.
It's that, and then people just have we talked about this basically, but people have an unwillingness to learn.
Yeah.
It ain't just like niggas dumb. I need to stop saying niggas. It ain't like people just dumb, but people just don't want to learn or don't want to research.
Yeah.
Or just ask the question because they don't want to look dumb, but they already looking dumb asking stupid ass shit that they can just look up.
Yeah, and a lot of people
are speaking like they know.
My bad to cut you off, but a lot of people too shut down. Like when you present a counter argument or a counter statement, I feel like a lot of people these days shut down because they feel like you're attacking them instead of just rebuttaling the conversation. Because to me,
Exactly.
if we're debating, I try not to debate with people. Really, I don't try to debate with people at all unless I know you. But if I'm debating with somebody I don't know about something, to me, it's a conversation. And at the same time, if I realize one, they're not comprehending what I'm saying, or two, they're not receptive to any other counter argument, I'm just like, there's no point in us talking because we're both wasting our breath. So you know what? You're right. So yeah, it's just interesting. Yeah, people.
but
Yeah,
go ahead.
comprehension is bad.
But speaking of comprehension, Supergirl is coming out this month.
Yes,
June
25th
20.
or 6th, I think.
So we're got a pretty much back-to-back slate of comic book movies coming out. It just, what hurts is Supergirl is basically leading off Spider-Man, and we know Spider-Man is gonna make $1 billion. It's gonna make $1 billion. You can literally just be Spider-Man in there not doing shit. It's gonna break even.
Especially this one, because they got him where people wanted him to be so far. So
yeah,
which is poor. So
yeah, poor, no money, and depressed.
Yeah, so yeah, this one's gonna be billion.
That, and then I'm trying to think what else comes out at least this summer. Big stuff. We got Odyssey
in July.
coming. I need to get my tickets for that.
I got my ticket
that as well. And Disclosure Day already came out, and it's a good summer. It's gonna be a big summer for a lot of different movies. But outside of big titles, we can go ahead and get into our like and love redacted. Feek, I know you had some for today's episode.
Oh yeah. Let me find an article that will allow me to open it without having to pay. That is the okay. So, like and love redacted. First one is, and I'll share my screen real quick just so you can see the title. First one, Jason, whatever he does. I'm not gonna say his last. Jason Fuchs. He's been tapped. Pretty much, he's been approached to write the new Transformers movie that has an untitled script at Paramount and Hasbro's. For people that don't know, Jason helped write. I don't know if he was the main. I believe he was the main writer for It, Welcome to Derry, and a few other movies and shows. I believe Argyle as well. I believe he wrote Argyle. So I guess my question is, do we like, love, or redact that Jason is approached? I don't know if it's set in stone already, but I know he's been tapped to write the new Transformers movie.
I like it. You know, from writing a horror show to a movie about robots, a robot soap opera, basically. That's a big shift, but I'm not saying that he doesn't have the range to do that or write something to that scale. I just hope Paramount and those big wigs above kind of let him cook a little bit. I'm not saying you got to let writers take over the whole kitchen, but just not too many. Just not at the same time with that same saying that they don't have too many cooks in the kitchen. Like, it ain't Paramount trying to add shit in there or take stuff out when they just have to trust the writer and the director, because it's a two-person team at that point in terms of making a good movie. So we shall see, but so far so good. I like it. I think kind of reading in that article, just some ideas of what the next sequel could be. I'm not sure if it's they talk in that article. They talked about the Transformers GI Joe crossover movie that they hinted at the end of Rise of the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be good, another live action movie, or a second Transformers 1, Transformers 2, and that be like Fall of Cybertron, and they make it to Earth.
Yeah. I'll say, as a Transformers fan of the show, I'm indifferent right now. I don't know if I like this or I don't like it, just because, one, I know it won't be a continuation of Transformers 1, the animated one. They already said they're not going to continue that series, which is the dumbest thing they've done in a long time, and they've done a list of dumb things.
That's crazy.
So unless they redact that statement and retract it as well, then I'll be happy. If it's a continuation of Rise of the Beast, I'm okay with that. I won't be mad at it. I know Michael Bay is one of the producers as well. There's about 4, I believe right now there's like 4 producers, and Steven Spielberg is going to executive produce it. So they're back to help with the movie. But at the same time, I'm so just tired of them being on Earth, bro, that I need them.
Yeah.
I need a full Cybertron movie. And we got that with Transformers 1. We did. But if you do a Transformers Fall of Cybertron, War on Cybertron, whether it's animated or if you do it how Bumblebee started off, because they did show
that was great.
Yeah, and that was only like 5 minutes max. I don't even think it was 5 minutes. It might have been 3. But if you did it like that, where it's just full blown Cybertron, no humans, they're gonna have humans in this. I already know it, but no humans. I tell you, you will. Outside of just it looking amazing, you'd print so much money, and every Transformer fan will be happy as long as it's done correctly. Every Transformers fan will be happy. So right now, I'm kind of indifferent. I just pray it's good. That's all I ask for is good. Every time a Transformers movie comes out, I just pray it's good. And I just pray it's not like the goddamn Last Night. That is the worst piece of shit I've ever put my eyes upon. And to this day, I still do not understand why they released that movie. Because the thing that makes me even madder is, and I'm about to go on a quick tangent, is that you gave Megatron one of his best live action designs, but you put him in this dog shit movie. That movie had 30 plot lines and none of it made sense.
None of them.
And that's all.
None of them are ever addressed or ever will be addressed.
Yeah. So that's all I'll say for right now.
I got you on that. Have any other ones?
At the moment, that was the only one. I feel like I had another one, but I don't have it written down right now.
Okay, I got mine. So second, like a little redacted. So the official runtime for Spider-Man Brand New Day is reportedly 2 hours and 30 minutes. This would make this the longest Spider-Man film ever. So do we like, love, or redact this runtime?
I'll say love. It could have been 3 hours. I'm there.
Yeah, the shit could have been 4 hours with no intermission, and I'm sitting through all 4 of them. So we love this. I don't see an issue with this. I'm very interested to see how the pacing of the movie, what's in it, because right now we have no idea what this movie's still about, and the trailers only show don't really show a lot. There's a lot of rumors around this movie, like with Sadie Sink's supposed to be playing a version of Jean Grey, apparently a version of Grey Hulk in this movie. Rumors of Daredevil we don't know who the main villain is at all. There's rumors of Tombstone being in this movie, or that reportedly Tombstone is cast. It's that albino actor who was in Black Lightning.
Oh man, he about to say the crazy spider slur.
Oh no, it depends on because this is technically a Sony movie, just given the license with Marvel, which is, I'll say this statement again, Marvel, y'all need to stop bullshitting and just buy back Spider-Man. Y'all have the money to do it. Just stop dicking around with Sony and just buy his rights back, because Sony does not know what they're doing. But yeah, I don't know if we'll get that version.
Nah, we won't.
In this Disney / Sony movie, but that'd be crazy if we did. Yeah, we love this. Next, here's a first look at Dr. Doom in a Lego minifigure for the movie. I'm gonna share my screen so you can see this shit. But what are our thoughts of this, Dr. Doom?
Hey man, he look dripped out.
He does. Kind of. If there's one thing that is gonna spoil a movie for you, it's the toys.
I was trying not to say it. I was like, I wanted to say it so bad, bro. If there's one thing that will spoil a movie for you, is if you go look at a toy, bro.
Toy. It's not trailers. It's not leaked set photos. It's not that. It's the toys. They'll tell you everything you need to know.
It's them damn toys, bro. They'll tell you somebody died.
They'll have a fucking Funko Pop of this nigga with a fucking. They have a Funko Pop of Thor impaled in the back.
Yeah, bro. It's always the toys, boy.
Yeah. My arm ribbons. So, yeah, and then there's another poster somewhere with this. It's a full body picture of this portrait of Doom with the Lego kind of confirming that. So that's that. I mean, it's not really a level redact. It's just I love toys, but I hate when they spoil shit. And it's even like it's a heavy spoil, but it's like, okay, at least we have an idea what the costume's gonna look like. We saw the flag the other day. So there's that. The opening title sequence for My Adventures with Superman season 3 dropped. I don't know if you've watched that. I know we've talked about it on here, but it features Supergirl on there. It looks like Superboy Prime is well on there, and I believe it's just a lot of other Superman characters that we'll be seeing in the show. So I love this. This show is amazing. I think it's really good. I want them to expand this universe almost like if they did like a My Adventures with Batman or My Adventures. I can see them doing this like a My Adventures with Green Lantern.
I'm about to say
like
Flash.
An anime style. Yeah, or that too. Like this anime style DC show. I know they technically did that already with the Suicide Squad Isekai series and this show as well, but I would really appreciate that. Next. So this one is interesting because this has to do with the Batman 2 and reported actors playing certain roles. So
I know what you're about to say.
There was one where it's rumored that Sebastian Stan is actually playing Victor Zsasz.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also rumored that Brian Tyrese Henry is playing Harvey Dent. Two-Face. So how do we like, love, or redact this news? Before we get into that, this makes sense as so when we were reacted to that scene of Sebastian Stan's character looking crazy in that one scene where he looked like he was finished eating somebody. Like that kind of tracks. But how do we feel about this? Because this whole time, I feel like at one point it was reported that he was playing Harvey Dent.
It was.
So unless they dropped a Uno reverse card on this, or maybe it was one of those things where mid filming they're like, actually, Sebastian, Brian, I need y'all to switch scripts because you're giving me one thing and he's giving me completely other. And we might have to see how that works. So what do you think about that?
I think it'll be I think it'll be cool. I mean, they're both. I have no problem with either one of them playing either one of the characters because they both great actors. So I think Brian Tyree as Two-Face could be really cold.
Could be really cool. I am interested to see because I don't know if they're gonna pull a Dark Knight and actually do the rise and fall of Harvey Dent. They might, but we might just have Harvey Dent and they just show signs of him going crazy, but not full Two-Face.
Mm-hmm.
And him running for mayor because at this point, what else? Harvey is DA.
He'd be the DA, yeah. Because Villarreal would have been mayor for a year, fully, or 2 years, something like that.
2 years. So I'm intrigued about this, if this is actually happening, because we don't know who Brian Tyree Henry is playing. And I'm okay. Brian Tyree Henry is a great actor. I just don't know if he wouldn't be my first choice for Two-Face, but I'm not saying that he wouldn't kill it as Harvey Dent / Two-Face. So I'm very interested to see that in the movie. And then last but not least, this news basically dropped today. Code Lyoko is officially returning with a brand new sequel series currently in production set for us to serve a season 5. This is a continuation of the show Code Lyoko. For those that remember, if you're our age, you know this show. The project is currently in the writing stage, with the original creators and voice actors expected to return nearly 19 years after the show's last season aired. Fee, do we like, love, or redact this news?
I'll say fuck it.
I'll say redact because who asked for this? No one asked for this shit.
That's why I laughed at the beginning. I was like, really?
Nobody asked for this. Like Steven said this in the chat. We're like, we won. Like, did we win? Because who asked for this? I'm not saying Code Lyoko was a bad show, but it didn't air in 19 years for a reason. Nobody asked for the show. You know what this is?
Reboots are in, bro.
Reboots are in, and niggas are running out of ideas. There's writers in the room or executives in the room that are struggling to figure out anything creative, or they're not endorsing those ideas or safe spaces to create something new or creative. So they're trying to reboot shit, restart stuff, continue old projects like a Code Lyoko. We got the He-Man movie that just came out. Cape Fear, that movie you just talked about. So we're in a rebooting stage. And yeah, that's just my biggest takeaway with all this. I'm like, it's not that Code Lyoko was a bad show. It's just who asked for this? And it's coming at a point where the target audience is grown up. We're old.
Target audience, and the people 40.
Exactly
30, 40, 20. Target audience is 25 and up. Probably older than that.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if, cause especially if it is being a continuation of the season, like if it's not a brand new, if it's not no Teen Titans Go shit, I'm not sure who this is going to be targeted for. Then
I couldn't tell you what happened in Colioco.
Unless they get Studio Mappa.
They ain't getting them.
Too imagine.
If they rung on their doorbell, boy, if they call Mappa gonna fart on the phone and hang up. Like it's like the who was it? The Animaniacs, rinse repeat.
Yeah.
They said, what happens when a corporation can't don't know what to do? Make a remake.
Make a remake.
Yeah.
That's what this literally just popped in my mind, but that's what baffles me about why it's so hard for Marvel to make a fucking Blade movie when they can redo the first Blade. Just do the first Blade movie again. That's what you can do. Do the same shit per Mahershala and that bitch and do everything again. Everyone that was old enough for that movie, you have a whole new audience. Yes, that movie's never going anywhere because it's on streaming. Like, we can watch it, but it's going to give that same feeling. And it's like, for the people, there's going to be a set of people on the internet that's like, whoa, this isn't original. Like, it took them this long to make this movie. Like, why didn't they just use something else? Like, who cares? It's fucking Blade. It's Blade doing Blade shit. And that first movie was great.
The crazy thing about that is I feel like Blade is like the only character / movie where it's almost unanimous, where everybody has said just remake the first one. I feel like any other franchise, when there's reboots, they're like, no, you can't just redo the first one. I feel like Blade is one of the few and only character / movie where everybody's just like, bro, just redo the first one and we'd be fine.
Exactly. At this point. But no more Blade movie. I don't even know if we'll get a Blade. We will. Yeah. He just won't get his own movie. But that is it for our Like a Little Redacted. We are now going into our infamous bag. Please drop the music. Yeah, bitch, I'm in my bag. Yeah, bag, bitch. I just made a bag. Yeah, bag, bitch. I just made a bag. Yeah, bag of big bag. All right, so this Get Our Bag is inspired by pretty much earlier today. I was listening to a conversation on YouTube about they were reviewing the Predator Badlands movie, and they were talking about in there the action movie, essentially, like the early 80s action movie, and those kind of actors, ideally talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger, like how iconic he was in those movies, how pretty much you have this bodybuilder, barely speaking English as a dude, being this iconic figure in these movies, like the Predator, like a Terminator, like a Conan the Barbarian, in other action movies. My question to you for the show is, do you think those movies or that kind of star is gone? Like, will we ever have another type of Arnold Schwarzenegger type character where they can go from something like that to be like kind of carrying a franchise like a Terminator or just the action movie? And if we do have that, who would you say that person is?
I think the closest person we have to something like that, just an action movie, I guess, person, is there's 3 people that come immediately to mind. One, he's been doing it for a while, Jason Statham. I think if he was in because I feel like Jason Statham, regardless of what he's in, is going to be cold. And then he's always doing a job. Every movie he has is about somebody at work. But it works. He knows his lane and he is perfect. That's one person that comes to mind. Another person is honestly, I think Batista. I think if Batista wanted to, even though he's going more now into more acting, obviously he's been actor, but he wants to do less action roles.
Sophisticated acting.
Yeah. And Batista's a great actor. So
yes.
I feel like if he wanted to still, he could do that. And I'll be honest, I think the closest person and you're gonna laugh when I say this. I think the closest person though that could do something like that, it may not be all that great, is The Rock.
I was thinking the same shit. Could you imagine let's say the Predator, like the first Predator, came out today, and instead of Arnold Schwarzenegger, it's fucking Dwayne The Rock Johnson and a bunch of just other action, like a star setting. Basically, you have the Expendables, but you put new age, I guess, I don't know what the term is, like those type of action actors, or those modern day action actors, like a Daniel Craig or the main character who was in The Kingsman, like people like him. I guess Tom Cruise, but Tom Cruise he's old, so just a new age version of those type of actors. I'm not sure who would be that outside of that guard, because before it was like your Arnold Schwarzeneggers, your Sylvester Stallones, even Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. If it was say if it was a new, I know this is going outside of the question now, but if it was like a new age Expendables, it would be, it'd be like The Rock, Henry Cavill, Jason Statham. My mind is going blank. Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, even Chris Hemsworth with Extraction. Chris
Hemsworth. I forgot his name right now, but Buddy from Reacher, extra stocky.
Alan
Richardson.
Alan Richardson, I think that's his name.
But it'd be him too. It'd be
Alan Richardson.
You could throw in what's her name from she was in Extraction as well with Chris Hemsworth. What is her name? Go Shifty. That her same name? I don't know her name.
I would even throw in Yahya Abdul.
Yeah. And then it's one other actor, and I'm blanking on her name as well. But I feel like that would be like a new age. Like when I'm thinking about, when you think about action movies, new age, that would be, I feel like they encompass that feel.
Yeah.
And I feel like they could do something like that.
I feel like action movies back then, or like the difference between modern action movies now and then back then is like everyone at the end of the action movies now just miraculously lives. Like it ain't like they're picking them off one by one in these older action movies like a Die Hard or even a Terminator or the Expendables, like the first one. But yeah, that was my get in our bag question. I don't know if you had one, Feek.
My get in our bag question is a reboot era of everything, of movies and TV shows. If you could reboot one old TV show as a movie, which would it be? Actually, you could choose up to 3, but at least one.
So you're saying reboot one old show as a movie?
Yeah.
I would say off rip, if they did like a Static Shock, like brought that back, made that a movie, and I'm okay with it doing like a cartoon movie. I don't think we're ready for a live action Static yet because I don't know who that actor would be, but it's a Static Shock movie. Another one, if they did, I could see them doing like an Afro Samurai movie because before they did just shorts seasons. If they had brought an Afro Samurai live action movie, that would be hard.
That would be crazy.
Have Samuel L. Jackson. He wouldn't be the Afro Samurai, but just like as the old master to Afro. And you have either what's his name? From I'm sorry to bother you. What's his name? He was in The Harder They Fall. He was Cherokee Bill.
Oh,
Get Out.
You talking about Lakeith?
Yeah, Lakeith Stanfield. I can see him being Afro. Give him a redemption for being Yasuke in that terrible anime. Because the Afro Samurai was really inspired by that story. And my last one, I can't really think of a third. I'm sure probably one will probably come up.
I got one for you. Last one, Gargoyles.
Oh, yeah. If they did a live action Gargoyles movie or just brought back the show, honestly, yeah, because Reboot there, they bring it back X-Men 97. So just bring back Gargoyles, have Boulder Mayo write it. Can be his passion project. And just let him do what he want to do. Don't let him touch nobody. And just have him have an associate. Bring all his ideas to the cast. So that way he's not directly engaging with nobody outside of one person. And yeah. That's a good one. But you have 3?
3 off the top of my... Well, Gargoyle is one. If I had to choose another one... Shit. I'd bring back Chaotic.
I remember that show. That was some heat.
I'd bring back Chaotic. Do it in a more modern, like anime-ish style, because they even switched over to more anime style in like the later part of their show.
Yeah,
I do Chaotic, and then the last one will be like my mind keeps going. I don't know why my mind keeps going to this, but it's it's so random. What's American Dragon? I don't know why. My mind, that just popped up in my mind, so I'm gonna say that.
Staying in that realm, if they brought back Jackie Chan's Adventures, that would be cold. If they brought that back.
If they brought it back but had Jackie as a mentor to somebody new,
yes.
Ooh, heat. You
have Jackie Chan and Simi.
I was about to say Simi Liu. That would go crazy.
Simi Liu.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Come on, put us in the writer's room. Put us in that room with the people making that money.
Bro, put me in the writer's room. We will give y'all $1 billion ideas. Exactly. We just gave, Jackie Chan with Simi Liu for My Adventures with Jackie reboot. Come on, man.
Exactly.
Y'all not thinking like us.
You're not. But with that being said, We're going to go into our final segment, our redacted rule. We appreciate all the support and everyone tuning in for this episode. My redacted rule would be drink water. And you know you dehydrated, it's too late. Hydration don't start the day of. It starts the day before. So just drink water.
And my redacted rule is get some sleep. Get at least get at least 7 to 8. If you can't get that, get at least 6. And that's my rule.
With that being said, it's been your boy Dana Dane.
And your boy Wafiq.
And we out.
Peace.
Recipes call me, I'ma show 'em how to shoot. On the 4-5, jump in the ass, my crew. Yeah, I'm stepping with a fan, keeping all of the hoes on mute. Pull a little part, could be yellow with a brew. 48 for a quick burns. Crazy 8s in the back, yeah, the trunk on hot like a cue. 40 on me when I'm in the backseat. Blotter, paper pre-cup, Chris make juice, it'll drop like ink. Chain came with a clean plate, came with a sink. The Perator came with a mate. Charcoals white like paint. My hoe by the hoe, cause she know it's my king. Hit on my side, cause I drop a song. Think you should hit up the link. The phenotype came from the pink Colombian thing. Yeah, the genetics you need. Cellular right on the beat. I'm teaching the hoe like I'm Play-Doh. I got the veggies like by the tomato. You got a basic hoe making Alfredo. I put a bag on a hoe on my payroll. I get active at night, then I lay low. The salmon was breaded with panko. Struck in my soup, I believe it was mango. Got my